Hey, Nick Artigo here. We're talking about principles of alignment in yoga and applying these principles of alignment to various postures. Today we're going to look at the posture that's commonly referred to as Warrior Two and apply principles of alignment. The way I like to teach alignment is by teaching principles that we then apply to every situation or most situations. It's just much easier to learn and practice it if we go by principles first and then apply them, rather than trying to memorize tons of different rules for all the different body positions and yoga postures and exercises and functional movements and all this other stuff we might do. And when we have these principles, they apply to stuff off of the mat so that it has a greater life application for you. But anyway, three principles that I see with posture and alignment in yoga are the foundation first. That means just setting up the foundation before setting up anything else. Then stability and mobility. Getting the mobility, getting the flexibility in each posture from the area of the body that's meant to give us the mobility. So the hips and the upper spine tend to be the most mobile. That's where we want to get our mobility from, rather than the lower back and the knees. Basic principle. And then also just moving with the breath, just using the breathing and how the breathing impacts the body mechanically to get into postures more deeply and to move into postures more efficiently and effectively. So yoga posture Warrior Two, feet are spread, so it's a standing posture. The foundation is in the feet. We want to have the heels lined up with each other, but we may have a little bit of spread. So if your calves or ankles are kind of tight, you may want to take your foot out this way a little bit. You may want to do that. Or you might want to have your heels one in line with the other. I'm going to show you the side view. And unlike Warrior One, where the hips are squared up toward the sharp side of the mat, in Warrior Two, the hips are squared up toward the long side of the mat. And we want to get the hips as close to squared up to the long side of the mat as possible, but still keeping the knee directly over the ankle. So sometimes, if I'm teaching a yoga class and I say square the hips up toward the long side of the mat, I see this happen. The knee goes in because there's not enough mobility here. So out of those two cues, the knee directly over the ankle and the hips squared up toward the long side of the mat, the knee directly over the ankle is the primary one. So keep the knee over the ankle, move the hips, move the pelvis in a direction to where it is squared up and parallel with the long side of the mat. It doesn't have to reach that point of being parallel with the long side of the mat, because we want to keep the knee directly over the ankle. Now, if you can keep the knee directly over the ankle and also square up and make the hips parallel with that long side of the mat, that is great. And if you can't, it's okay. Someone who can square up their hips toward the long side of the mat and keep the knee over the ankle is no better person than someone who can't. Being more flexible, being able to do yoga postures better than someone else does not make you a better person. It's just a exercise. So knee over the ankle, hips squared up toward the long side of the mat. We're also taking the heels toward each other. So there's some activity in these inner thighs. The shoulders, we want the shoulders to let them sink down away from the ears. We use each inhale to think about lifting the crown of the head upward. And we point the fingers out, parallel with the floor, palms up at first, and then we turn the palms down. Starting with the palms up helps keep the shoulders back and in alignment, and then turning only the palms over. Gazing out over the middle finger. That's Warrior Two. Those are the principles of alignment as applied to Warrior Two. If you'd like to make a comment, please do. If you got any benefit from this video, or if you think it sucks, leave a comment. Either way, I'd like to see your comment. And also, if you want more content that's not available on the blog or the regular YouTube channel, then click the link that's connected to this video. You'll have a chance to get that and join the Run Better Now VIP Club. Thank you.